Love is something we all strive for. It's something that we dream of, something we hope to find, but often, we're left wondering, what does love really look like? Is it all about the grand gestures, the romantic dates, and the whirlwind moments that sweep you off your feet? Or, is it something deeper, something that goes beyond the surface and dives into the very core of who we are as individuals? Johnny Depp recently opened up in a raw confession about his thoughts on love, and let me tell you, his perspective is nothing like the fairy tales we grew up with. It's real, vulnerable, and a lot more relatable than we might have expected. Johnny Depp's take on love might just change the way we all see relationships and marriage, and here's why. First, let's think about what we've been told about love. Most of us have grown up with the idea that love is this perfect, all-consuming feeling that sweeps us off our feet. We see it in movies, in books, and even in social media posts, where couples look perfect together, living in a beautiful world free from conflict. But, here's the truth, love, in real life, is far from perfect. Johnny Depp talks about this openly, shedding light on the fact that love is not just about finding your soulmate and living happily ever after. No, love is messy. It's challenging, unpredictable, and requires a lot of work. Johnny's confession isn't about saying love is easy, it's about embracing the imperfections and understanding that the struggles and flaws are what make love real. Love, according to Johnny, isn't something that just magically happens. It's about vulnerability. It's about being willing to show your true self to another person, even when you're scared. He says, love isn't about perfection, it's about being able to look at someone and say, I choose you, flaws and all. And that's the first thing Johnny wants us to understand. Love isn't about seeking perfection, it's about embracing the imperfections, both in your partner and yourself. Think about the relationships you've been in. How many times have you expected everything to be perfect? How many times have you thought that love should be easy, that it should always feel good, and that there shouldn't be conflict? But in reality, conflict, disagreements, and challenges are what shape us and our relationships. They give us the chance to grow together and become stronger as a couple. It's through those tough times that we learn more about each other, more about ourselves, and what it really means to love and be loved. Johnny Depp takes this one step further by saying that love is about growth. It's not about finding someone who completes you, but rather someone who helps you grow. Love isn't just about surviving together, it's about thriving together. How often do we get stuck in relationships, just trying to survive? We go through the motions, trying to make things work because we think that's what we're supposed to do. But what Johnny points out is that real love helps you grow. It's about finding someone who challenges you, someone who pushes you to be the best version of yourself. That's the kind of love that lasts, the kind of love that makes you better as a person. But let's be real for a moment, it's not always easy to find someone who makes you grow. Relationships take time and effort, and sometimes, they can be incredibly difficult. Johnny admits that love can be challenging, especially when it comes to letting your guard down and being vulnerable. Vulnerability is one of the most important aspects of love, but it's also one of the hardest things to do. Why? Because it requires you to trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, but it's also the most fragile thing. Once trust is broken, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. So, when Johnny talks about trust, he's not just talking about loyalty or being faithful. He's talking about letting yourself be seen. It's about showing the other person who you really are, without fear of judgment. Trust is a two-way street. It's not just about trusting your partner, it's about trusting yourself as well. It's about knowing your worth and understanding that you deserve love. So often, we get caught up in relationships and forget to love ourselves. But if you don't love yourself first, how can you expect someone else to love you the way you deserve? Johnny's confession encourages us to take a step back and really think about this. It's about understanding that love starts from within. If you don't trust and love yourself, it's going to be hard to build a strong foundation of trust with someone else. One thing Johnny emphasizes is the importance of honesty in love. And I'm not just talking about being honest about big things, like past mistakes or life-changing decisions. Johnny's talking about the small things, the everyday honesty that helps build the bond between two people. It's about sharing your thoughts, feelings, and fears, even when it's uncomfortable. Real love is built on the foundation of open communication. And communication doesn't just mean talking, it means listening too. How often do we really listen to our partners? How often do we try to understand their thoughts and emotions without jumping to conclusions or reacting defensively? Johnny's perspective reminds us that love isn't about grand gestures, it's about the small, everyday actions that show you care. It's the simple things, like checking in with each other throughout the day, offering a listening ear, or just being there when your partner needs support. These are the moments that build trust and strengthen relationships. And let's not forget about the importance of laughter. Johnny points out that love doesn't always have to be serious. Sometimes, the best moments in a relationship are the ones where you can laugh together, let loose, and forget about the world for a while. It's those moments of joy and connection that make a relationship truly special. But, as Johnny reminds us, love is not always easy. There will be times when you question everything. There will be moments when you wonder if it's all worth it. And that's normal. We've all been there, right? Doubts, uncertainty, and fear are part of the process. What matters is how you handle those doubts. Johnny says that relationships aren't about avoiding problems, they're about facing them together. It's about working through the tough times as a team and coming out stronger on the other side. The key is to never give up. No matter how hard things get, love is worth fighting for. Johnny's confession about love is a reminder that love is not about perfection. It's not about finding someone who will make all your dreams come true or someone who will never hurt you. Love is about finding someone who sees you for who you truly are, flaws, mistakes, and all, and still chooses to be with you. It's about being vulnerable, being honest, and trusting each other enough to show up, even when it's hard. So, how do we apply Johnny's raw confession to our own relationships? First, we need to let go of the idea that love should be perfect. It's not. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and that's what makes it beautiful. Second, we need to embrace vulnerability. Love requires you to show up as your true self, no masks, no pretending. And third, we need to trust, not just our partners, but ourselves too. Love starts from within. When we truly believe we deserve love, that's when we can build the strongest, most fulfilling relationships. Love isn't just about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person, someone who is willing to grow, learn, and support their partner through every stage of life. It's about embracing the imperfections, facing the challenges, and building something real together. So, the next time you find yourself questioning love or wondering if it's worth it, remember Johnny Depp's confession. Love isn't about finding someone who completes you, it's about finding someone who challenges you to become the best version of yourself, and who stands by your side through thick and thin. Real love isn't easy, but it's definitely worth it. And that's a lesson we can all learn from Johnny Depp. In the end, love isn't perfect, but it's in the imperfection that we find something truly special. So, the question is, are you ready to embrace love in all its messy, imperfect glory? Because, at the end of the day, it's those imperfect moments that will make your love story unforgettable.